Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, the key components of yesterday, Donald has come out saying he's going to place tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China, right? And the yen firm's up, bit of a safe haven trade there. What we saw was basically, if they're going to tariff, particularly China, it's going to impact the commodity currencies, right? So they're going to directly tax Canada and indirectly put tariffs on Australia and New Zealand. So what we've seen over the last sort of day, you can sort of see this bit of a blip down and move up here in dollar CAD. In particular, these are the three instruments that are going to get really hammered, right? Australia, big exporter. So that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Now, what we are seeing across the board, right? The dollar still isn't going a long way, but there are a couple of things here to pick up, right? Now, obviously, when you're looking at the currencies on the charts, it can be a little bit tricky. So let me just bring over the Prime Time Pro analysis and just give you a look at where the opportunities are lining up. Like Euro, okay, we've got a prime time buy here, but it is out of sync with the long-term direction. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a trading opportunity, but it just creates that bit of uncertainty. Whereas if we look at a couple of pairs here, Aussie, Kiwi, okay, both going down short term, long term. These things are set for lower levels, as is, well, dollar CAD set for higher levels, but that means the Canadian dollar is going down. And we do have an early buy signal here on dollar CAD. So what we are seeing is, this is actually going with the fundamentals. So when I look at my charts and I'm looking at, okay, the Aussie, Kiwi, and dollar CAD, I'm looking for opportunities to get in, right? So dollar CAD doesn't look like it's a nice trade here at all, but everything's telling me this thing is ready to climb higher. Now, this is where you bring in the data today, the fundamentals. Where do they fit in? Well, we do have Aussie, this monthly Aussie indicator, right? The weighted CPI number, it's a monthly number. 2.3 is the poll, 2 to 2.9 is the range of the data, right? So now we know Aussie's going down. So weaker numbers here works well with what's going on in the trend. But this is an opportunity where, you know what, the central bank has already said we're on hold for a period of time. Now, I think if we get a print slightly stronger, it gives us an opportunity to get short at a better level. I don't think it's going to change the overall impact of the Aussie. So to me, 2.4 would be a good result, right? It may sound weird, but what I'm looking for is the Aussie to bounce up, sort of lift its chin up, and then you bang it on the chin and then watch it go down. Now, if the number does come out lower than 2.3 and below 2, it's going to go down anyway. Excuse me. So this is where you sort of piece everything together, right? And you've just got to be aware of how the fundamentals can help you get into these trades. Okay, the Aussie in particular does look very good to me. I'm definitely looking at dollar CAD to get into dollar CAD. It is going up, right? And this is where you sort of have a look at your daily charts, and you can see here dollar CAD, right? There's been a number of factors over the last month or so that have contributed to a weaker CAD, but now we're talking fundamental shifts in economics as far as tariffs go. So that's not good for Canada. And you know what? To go with it, oil is also falling. It's like a double, triple whammy for the Canadian dollar, and we should see dollar CAD higher. So looking to get in there on the definitely on the hourlies, right? And then today, looking for, as I said, looking to get into the Aussie on some sort of rally to get into a short trade, right? It looks prime, right? Excuse the pun. Now so on the hourlies, I've got the bull bear pivot line up around 65. The figure, it's only 30 points higher. That's what I'm saying. A slightly stronger CPI number gives us a good trade here to the downside. Well, a good trade to get in and watch it slide to the downside. I think, and the key thing to remember or understand, these tariffs, they've just been announced, right? So the impact of these has not even been felt yet. When they do start impacting, it's going to have a big impact on the value of a lot of these currencies. So it's going to hurt their economies, which is, for us, okay, we're a bit bloodthirsty. We're mercenaries. We like pain. If we can see pain in the market, it's an easy trade. So don't lose your marbles just yet. There's good trading conditions coming up. Now, just while I talk about that, good trading conditions, just keep an eye on the beast, right? Dollar yen. Now, this has been very quietly sort of simmering away on the sidelines, but you can see dollar yen is breaking down. It's sort of breaking the mold out of the dollar trades, right? Now, this could be a bit of a safe haven trade with regards, global growth dropping and all these things with the impact of Trump. But if you have a look, you've got to keep an eye on this, because if you have a look at the yen on the crosses, this is starting to shape up. Now, I know it's already gone, but we're like 20, 30 cents overvalued. This thing, when it trends, it is like the trending champion. Okay, so don't think for a minute that these things haven't got a long way to go. They've got a huge amount of room to the downside, especially dollar yen as well. Okay, so keep an eye on these. Like, they are in play, the yen crosses, right? If you're looking for a trending instrument, get on the yen, and that's all we need to know is what's going on. And actually, dollar yen, right, is it's got to be on your radar. Like, if I just scroll the chart out here, you'll start to see the extent of the move here, right? Now, this needs to be sort of a little bit tuned up, but we're looking at, well, that's actually not even the full scope of it. Like 139, okay. Well, where's my little pen? Okay, so you're looking at, say, 140. We're at 153. There's at least 10 cents here that it could go down to 140 easily, right? So anyway, the idea is stay in tune with what's happening fundamentally in the market. Then we can sort of piece together where the easiest trades are, and that is going with the trends in the market, right? So at the moment, to me, the easiest trades, because don't forget, we've got Thanksgiving this week in the US. It's like a holiday in the financial markets globally. Thursday, Friday. So don't think the markets could go to sleep, but some of these trending pairs are looking good. Now, I am focused on the ones that do have short-term and long-term going for them. They are, to me, a lower risk trade because we have the trend in our favor. Doesn't mean there's not other opportunities going, but these are the prime ones. And definitely keep an eye on dollar yen, because the one last thing I'll mention on this is, if you look at the daily charts, right, dollar yen isn't far away. Like, the bull bear pivot line here is at 152, the figure, or 151.99. We're like 110 points above it. Now, if that starts to crash down on the dailies, right, well, that's, you just got to be short dollar yen or long yen, right, against all the other instruments. That's the one that's in the pipeline. That's what I'll be watching for as we go forward. And I would expect it, when that goes, dollar Swiss will go too, right? So this is all starting to get a little bit more exciting, because we can start to see a little bit of a shift here in the long-term trend. It's not because of US numbers. It's more a shift in the whole global macroeconomic outlook, because Donald is going to work and he's going to make America great again. Go Donald. What he doesn't understand is, by doing this, the dollar is going to become so strong, it will become uncompetitive, right? So that's the end game for that situation. All right, guys, that's it from me. Focus on the good trading opportunities. Just relax. You can't make the markets move, right? They will move when they're ready. And sometimes when you're in these trends, they will move like a distance without you even realizing. So look for the trades, look for the data to line up. Okay, Aussie CPI, weaker is good, slightly stronger. That works for us as well. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.